Your contractor just told you that your house construction is already 100% done. He's waiting for you to sign the turnover documents so he can get his final payment. But wait, why is the doorknob loose? And what's with those chip tiles? Welcome to the punch list, the most overlooked part of house construction here in the Philippines. Hi, I'm John, your real estate broker in the Philippines. So let's talk about the punch list, what it is, when to do it, and how to make sure that your contractor does not miss anything. What is a punch list? A punch list is a final checklist of items to fix, complete, or redo before the contractor officially turns over the house to you. Also called a punch list inspection. This is a walkthrough inspection conducted by the homeowner or the property owner with the contractor to identify all the items that need to be fixed before the final inspection. This typically includes minor repairs or incomplete items like cracked tiles, leaky faucets, unpainted corners, loose sockets, etc. For bigger items like faulty electrical wirings, plumbing leaks, structural cracks, etc. These should have been identified during the previous inspections, so they should be already fixed before you even get to the punch list. What if we skip the punch list? Well, here are 3 things that will happen. No. 1. The contractor will be paid in full. After all, he'll be signing a document stating that everything is done and as inspected and approved by the homeowner. No. 2. You will end up living in a defective house. Imagine having to constantly call your contractor to fix minor defects such as loose cabinets, leaking faucets, and unpainted walls. Now imagine doing this a year after your house has been turned over to you. It's going to be a lot harder to demand corrections after turnover. This is because once the contractor receives his final payment, your relationship with him ends. And if you don't have proof that the items were defective, then it would be hard for you to demand that he comes back to fix them. And no. 3. You may lose your warranty. Most contractors these days include a warranty in their contracts. If you skip the punch list, then you're practically waiving your right to demand that the contractor fixes any defects under warranty. You don't want to do that, right? Now, here's what you must do instead. Before signing the turnover form, conduct a thorough walkthrough inspection of the entire house and identify all the items that need to be fixed. Take photos of each item and list down all the defects in a spreadsheet like this. This is our free punch list template that you can download from our website. You can also watch the video below to see how to use this template. Make sure to include the location of the defect, the nature of the defect, the deadline for its completion, and the person who's responsible for fixing it. Also, do you forget to include a column where you can tick off the item once it has been fixed. Then write the date when the item was completed. Once the contractor fixes the item, take a photo of the completed work and attach it to the corresponding row in the spreadsheet. Additionally, if possible, have a representative from your architectural firm or engineering firm review the punch list with you. That way, you'll have an expert to help identify items that need correction. Then, after the walk, review your list and determine how much time the contractor needs to complete all the punch items. Typically, we allow 7 to 14 days for the contractor to complete all the punch list items. Then include this timeline in your punch list. Next, indicate in your punch list the date when the items must be completed. And finally, indicate the amount that you're withholding from the contractor's final payment. Withhold enough to cover the cost of fixing all the punch items. We usually recommend withholding around 10% of the total contract price. Then clearly state in the punch list that the contractor will only receive the withheld amount once all the items have been completed and inspected and approved by you. And that's it. Once the contractor receives the punch list and sees that you mean business, we're sure he'll be more motivated to fix all the defects as soon as possible. This way, you can be sure that all defects will be fixed before the final inspection and before you move in. And that's it. This is the simplest and easiest way to make sure that all defects will be fixed before you finally turn over the house. Pro tip, always include punch list procedures in your contract. In fact, you may want to include a separate punch list, checklist, like this one. This way, you can check whether or not the contractor is complying with your punch list procedures. Also, include the following in your contract: the specific timeline for each stage of the construction project. For example, the architectural firm finishes the architectural and engineering drawings in 30 days. The contractor completes the foundation in 14 days. The contractor completes the house in 8 months, etc. Also, include a penalty clause. This is usually in the form of liquidated damages, which is a fixed amount that the contractor pays to you for every day the construction project is delayed. Of course, there's a minimum threshold after which liquidated damages may be imposed. Lastly, state clearly in your contract that you will withhold the contractor's final payment until all punch list items have been completed and inspected and approved by you. Download our free punch list template here. To watch related videos, click on the playlist here. Do you forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll be notified as soon as we upload new videos. Follow us on social media for daily real estate and construction tips. And lastly, if you have a question that you want us to answer in a video, leave it in the comments section below. See you in our next video.